After an overnight stop at Tarlee, I headed out towards the Flinders Ranges early in the morning. The idea was to hit Parachilna pub for lunch and then head on to the camp for the night. And when I did arrive at the pub, with all the excitement of smashing my feral mixed grill, I forgot to get any videos, so you just get a couple of photos. Happily fed and watered, I then headed off towards the camp in Parachilna Gorge. This is where we ran into a bit of trouble. So, a little less than ideal. I've picked up a couple of punches. This one here's slowly going down. I have a repair kit for that one, but this one here, she's all the way flat. So the spare might be going on that one. I think, I don't know, it does have a mark in it here somewhere, but I just don't know whether I'll be able to patch it. Might be too much. The other two, thank God, okay. Well, the bloody flies know when you got your hands full. Little bastards won't get off me at all. They're all over me. Anyway. So we're back on the road again. Not an ideal start to Flinders Ranges, but we're limping along. We managed to patch one of the tyres enough to get me going. And just hoping the spare doesn't get now. Anyway. We'll see how we go. We'll just poke along steady, let some of the air out of those tyres, just to help with that. But yeah, here goes nothing, eh? I nursed it along for the rest of the trip in and got there without a problem. After a little tyre trouble out on the road, Parachilna Gorge Road, we did make it in. And what a cracker. Have a look at that. Yeah, I have to sort tyres out now, but we're here for the night and settle in, have a feed, have a shower, all that sort of jazz. So I had a good night's sleep, apart from the few goats knocking things about off the top of these ridges up here, but yeah, woke up this morning to another mad sunrise and got into a few jobs. I've just popped off the phone to tyre place in Walker, which is about 100 k's back the other way, which I'll go and pick up some tyres either tomorrow, Friday. Not ideal, they're not the tyres I wanted, but they're the tyres I'm going to get, and at this stage that's better than having no tyres and being stuck. So anyway, yeah, note to self, get onto those tyres before you think you need to get them. I was planning to get new tyres, but should have got them when I was in Adelaide and been able to get the ones I wanted, but anyway, it is what it is. And yes, you still have to do jobs while you're on the road. The washing's not going to do itself. So I'm sitting here this morning waiting for my coffee to brew up, and I was thinking about the Parachilna Gorge tyre incident. I just kind of, I think I may have given people the impression that the road was the issue, but that wasn't the case at all. It was this dopey bastard here. I'd aired right up to save a bit of diesel on the blacktop, and forgot to air down when I hit the gravel. So that was part of the reason, and the tyres were old, and like I said, I needed new ones anyway. So yeah, don't be afraid of the road, people. Go in there, it's good. The next morning I went for a bit of a wander. I went along the Hasten Trail, which I didn't know at the time, but it's the longest walking trail in Australia. 1,200 k's stretching from Cape Jervis to Parachilna Gorge. A lady named Laura has a YouTube channel if you're interested to know more about it. So I'll put her YouTube channel down in the description so you can have a look. She's much better at explaining it all than I am. More bloody goats. Everywhere. Apart from the 97 million flies, the only other natives I saw were a couple of kangaroos, but along the trail, or all through the gorge really, there are so many goats, and sometimes they'd see me after I saw them. Pulled up about 5k's into this walk. Yeah, I'm not real sure how much more goes on that way, but I mean, there's like 1200k's of it, but what I'm going to do today, I think this will do me about 5k's and about 5,000 of these. So I think that's probably enough for now. I'll walk back and then check out the sites. But yeah, great little walk. Pretty easy at the start. Just follow the creek bed and then sort of get up into the bush a bit after that and follow just pretty well marked trails. But yeah, that's been Hasten Trail. So today I've basically decided to have a bit of a tidy up of the ute. So started kind of pulling things out, pulled everything out of the cab, just to try and get it reorganised a bit. As a bit of a reward for getting the ute tidied up, and given it was my last night there, I walked to the top of a hill nearby, watched a couple of people four-wheel drive up and down the hill, and watched the sunset. The next morning I drove the 100 odd k's back to Hawker to Chris's Mechanical to get some new shoes for the old girl. Once I had that all sorted, it was time to head into Ikara and check out Wilpena Pound. On my list of things to do was summit Narimud Lunha, or St Mary's Peak, the highest point in the Flinders Ranges. Walking the St Mary's Peak trail today. My Achilles is not loving me. Woke up a bit sore, but anyway, yeah, it's about a 14k return, so it should be all right. I'll just poke along, and gives me too much trouble, I'll head back. Great day for walking though, nice and cool. Bit of drizzle about. Also sharing the trail with some ultra trail runners, which some of them are doing 160k's on these trails. So yeah, hats off to them. Anyway, onward and upward. I thought the first few k's were a bit easy, and now we've actually hit the climb part about 2.5–3k's from the summit, and yeah, we're going up. So yeah, I should have been a little less worried about when the climb would start, because now it's here and I'm like, oh, it's a bit harder than the rest of the track, but bloody beautiful. So we just keep pushing on. Well, I'm not going to make it to the summit today. It's getting a bit wet, and we're 1.6 away. Tantalisingly close up there, but do not climb in wet weather, and it's raining now, so I'm going to head back via the other trail, the inside trail. It's a bit of a shame, but you don't want to end up having to be rescued off here. Not fair to other people, really. Anyway, got to check out the views, so we'll just head back along the scenic trail. There's weather for you. So I couldn't summit the peak because it was raining, and now sun's out. Nice day. Anyway, wasn't to be. Gives me something to come back for, I guess. And then before I knew it, it was time to leave Ikara and the Flinders Ranges behind and head off on the next part of my adventure.